So how can you actually tell if you actually do have a vitamin D deficiency? And definitely pick up on the warning signs that you should definitely never ignore. Not too long ago, I had a recent patient that came and saw me because she was dealing with chronic fatigue. She saw so many different doctors. They ran all the different tests to testing her thyroid. They even tested to see if she had anemia. They also tested to see if there was other chronic illnesses, signs. So they ran so many different tests and still couldn't really pinpoint of why she was dealing with so much chronic fatigue. After doing an extensive exam and history with her and looking at all the labs that she's done, I decided to follow up with some more micronutrient tests and looking at different vitamins. And definitely one of those vitamins was checking for vitamin D levels. And sure enough, her vitamin D levels were significantly lower than they should be. Once we added the vitamin D, I had her take 10,000 IUs of vitamin D for 3 months, especially in the winter months. And then I had her take a maintenance dose of 5,000 IUs. After just within 2 months, she saw a dramatic improvement in her energy. In fact, her mood was even better. She didn't even feel as depressed and anxious anymore because of just changing that one thing. So if you are dealing with low energy and you haven't been able to pinpoint it because you've run all the different other tests, it might be a vitamin D deficiency. Another patient of mine that came in had concerns of not only having low energy, but also she had concerns of losing hair. Her hair was falling out, even from her eyebrows were thinning out, and she saw several different specialists that really couldn't find out why she was losing this hair. So she came to see me and we did run several tests. Her test came back of her vitamin D levels being significantly low as well. So obviously I had her take vitamin D 10,000 IUs for about 3 months. Within just a few months, she did notice that she was not pulling out so much hair when she was in the shower. In fact, her hair was starting to thicken again. And also along with not only her energy improved, but also with her mood. So it's definitely an interesting one that vitamin D can definitely contribute along with other vitamin D deficiencies that can contribute to your hair growth. And vitamin D is definitely one of them. And if it is something that you're dealing with, maybe it could be a vitamin D deficiency. Some other uncommon vitamin D deficiency warning signs that people aren't aware of is vitamin D can also contribute to things such as joint pain as well as muscle pain, because vitamin D is an important role of helping the absorption and actually helping with healthy bones. Along with also muscle pain, there's an interesting study that they took a bunch of people that had significant amount of muscle pain and they found that 71% of those people had low vitamin D levels. Once they started supplementing the vitamin D, they found that a lot of their muscle pain started to diminish, and there is not a concrete reason of why this is, but they do believe that vitamin D does contribute to the pain factors in our muscle. Now, as I mentioned before, it can also contribute to things such as like bone pain and joint pain, and it can definitely contribute to bone loss of having vitamin D deficiency. And that's because vitamin D plays a crucial role in calcium absorption and bone metabolism. Some other things that they've also found is vitamin D deficiency can contribute to impaired wound healing. They have found that even after surgery, where people had a hard time actually repairing or after their surgery procedure, they found that there was a correlation where they had low vitamin D levels. And when they increased the patient's vitamin D levels, they found that they were able to quicken their wound healing process after their surgery procedures. Now, if you're getting any value today, then go ahead and hit the subscribe, the bell notification, because we talk everything about brain health and other ways to improve your focus and your ADHD, all on this channel. Another thing that people don't realize is when you have low vitamin D, it can contribute to impacting your hormones, which then when they are impacting a lot of your different hormones, it can impact such as getting weight gain and having trouble of losing weight. So if you have been struggling with losing weight and you've tried everything to lose weight, eating healthy, exercising, maybe you might have vitamin D deficiency that you should be checking out. Another thing that vitamin D that you have to be really careful about, and what is so critical about vitamin D, is it really does help with our immune system. And if you are someone that is prone to getting sick all the time and having a hard time recovering from an illness, it's very possible that you might have a vitamin D deficiency. And by just improving your vitamin D levels, that can definitely improve your capacity to recover quickly from an illness or even prevent from other future illnesses and sicknesses that you might be exposed to. Now, there's been a significant amount of other studies out there that have proven a deficiency in vitamin D have also contributed to people who have depression. Now, this isn't always the case, but sometimes we can pinpoint that a low vitamin D level, along with other low vitamins, can contribute to the symptoms of depression. And along with that, they've also seen that anxiety can be a contribution to something like having low vitamin D and other different low vitamin levels. Now, just a couple months ago, I had a patient that I was seeing that had ADHD, and she was definitely suffering from not only having focus and attention issues, but she also was dealing with low energy. And after running several different tests and implementing the treatment that I was giving her that was very customized, she was seeing some improvements, but I wasn't really satisfied with the fact that she still was having some focus issues, and she also was having issues with her low energy. So I decided to also run vitamin D because she was working in indoor her office many hours in the day as well as working late. And so I decided, maybe it's possible that she could have a low vitamin D level. And so I did. And sure enough, her vitamin D levels were significantly low. And as soon as I supplemented that, kid you not, within just 2 weeks, she saw a huge dramatic improvement within her energy. She also found a dramatic improvement in her focus and attention. In fact, she got to a point where she did not have to rely on her medication. Now, if you're someone that suffers with ADHD or have focus and inattentive issues, it's possible there might be a vitamin D deficiency that you should be definitely checking out. Now, there are several other different vitamins that you can be definitely deficient and you should definitely not ignore, just like vitamin D. In fact, vitamin B12 is probably another one that you should be checking out, and you should watch this video next that I explain all the warning signs that you should be checking out for vitamin B12 deficiency.